Here's a segment from this month's edition of St. Charles Parish Today, a new monthly local talk show.
Along the shores of Lake Pontchartrain in Norco sits a relatively small patch of high ground surrounded by the vast LaBranche wetlands to the east and south, the Bonnie Carey Spillway to the west, and the sometimes muddy waters of Lake Pontchartrain to the north. 10 years ago, the idea for a park on the site was just that, an idea. But thanks to the efforts of parish government, the public school system, and corporate sponsors, the area is now known as Wetland Watchers Park, with amenities ranging from a kayak launch to 2 outdoor classrooms and raised nature trails. Public Information Assistant Dewan Vayon recently visited the park to get a closer look at Phase 2 improvements to this important educational site. Let's take a look.
Today we are here at the Wetlands Watcher Park to observe the completed construction of the Phase 2 project. Come take a look.
Wetland Watchers Park actually started as kind of the brainchild of Milton and Barry back a whole lot of years ago. The shoreline that this is built on now was losing a lot of ground. It was losing somewhere around 15 foot a year. The state and the federal government and the parish all realized we're going to have to do something here. We had a unique opportunity in that the access would allow us to couple it with the folks from the Recreation Department. We've been working on this project probably for somewhere in the nature of 17 years to get it where it is now. State of Louisiana and Department of Natural Resources, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers was involved, the state land office were all involved in the process. And they've been great. They've helped us all the way along, both with the permits for the original shoreline and fill, the permits for the Phase 1 project, and then back here with Phase 2.
Barry Gilliard is one of the park's founders and shares his passion for this unique area in St. Charles Parish.
I think that's a huge asset for St. Charles Parish, because when you look in our surrounding parishes, you don't find many of the facilities that we have through our St. Charles Parish Parks and Recreation. And let me tell you, we couldn't do this without Parks and Recreation, because they come in and take care of all this. They help it out. Milton Comm is another person that you have to talk about when you talk about Wetland Watchers Park. Milton Comm is 76 years old, and all the beautiful nature trails that you see up to where the classroom is was Milton Comm coming out here with volunteers and leading people and coming out on his spare time. When you see a park and all the resources that we have here, this isn't something that one person can do or even one group can do. It's an entire community that's behind this. Everything from the parish president to all the people that work for the parish, all the school kids that come out here, and all the community volunteers that have been out here. This is the fruits of that labor. This is everybody working together. And you just can't beat that. When you have something like that special, and we want the visitors to come out and treat it like it's special. It's taken a lot of time, a lot of money to get it going, so we're hoping everybody comes out, they really appreciate it, they utilize it a lot, and they treat it with respect. I think that the majority of the people just want to get out here, come out here, have fun, use it, go fishing, go crabbing, enjoy time with their family. The whole concept of Wetland Watchers Park was to make it more accessible for the people that live here in St. Charles Parish and the surrounding parishes. The visitors were 2.5 miles back into the LaBranche wetlands, which is the farthest you can go back in the wetlands without owning a boat. And here you can drive right up to it, go walk through. You're not worried about getting poison ivy or anything, because you can stay up on the boardwalks, bring your family. I always say everybody from a stroller through a wheelchair can come through and visit all the parks. Even this 10-foot marsh overlook, you can come all the way at the top in a wheelchair and still be able to appreciate the beauty. So accessibility is the first key. Once we get people back here, we're starting on the interpretive part now. We want people to learn why Louisiana wetlands are so important to us and to the rest of the people in the United States. So once we get them out here and they enjoy it and they enjoy all the recreation parts, we're going to start sneaking in all the education parts and all the historical parts about the natural culture and of course all the scientific things that they have going on out here that's so important to us and have made us the people who we are today living in this area.
Barry showed us some of the special features that have been added to the park as part of the Phase 2 construction.
And if you can see, we got a pier all along the bayou right there. It's perfect for crabbing and fishing. Perfect. Times-Picayune named this whole area as one of the 10 top land-based crabbing areas in the whole New Orleans region. And this is going to add just a whole nother, but I think this is going to be fantastic crabbing over here. Our architect was researched for a long time to find out what the best types of canoe launches were, the safest, and they came up with a design that they had seen in some of the other parks where when the water's higher, then it's easy to be able to stabilize yourself and get in, or if it's low like this, you can go down the cement stairs down and carefully get in. You'll be able to take off on the P-row of the canoe and go straight into the bayous right over here. The lake is fun to canoe when you're staying, but it's such a shallow lake that it gets choppy so fast that we don't recommend going too far because it changes so quickly. But the bayous back here are incredible for paddle trips. University of New Orleans has used this as one of their primary paddle trips ever since we've partnered for at least the last 16 years. They've been coming back here as one of their primary paddle trips. So it's nice that we can kind of follow in their footsteps and be able to give our local kids, more opportunities to go back there and canoe as well. So, it's just so many opportunities back here. I think it's just a great asset for the whole parish, with our parks and recreation. And when you look around, you see all the fauna that's been planted out here. Also I can't not mention Martin's Nursery. Martin's Nursery is one of our local businesses that's put in. They actually donated $6,000 of plants and labor to come make it look real nice, so that when people come back to see all the new phases, we don't need to say, wait till you see this, wait till you see this. We didn't have the money at the time. They came and jumped in and did everything on their own, and donated another $2,000 worth of full-size cypress trees to help put in the spots where we were building an outdoor classroom. So, I mean, when we talk about all the local businesses that have been a part of this, and the corporations that have been a part of this, and it's just 100% community working together. This is, the architect designed this to look like an eagle's nest because we have so many eagles in the area, and it was built through a donation by Shell Motiva, and so it's called the Shell Motiva Eagle's Nest Marsh Overlook. And it's just to get them out of above everything a little bit, to try and get better bearings of where they're at and be able to see. Different times of the year you'll have different views. I mean, during the winter you'll be able to see a little bit farther when the greenery's died down, but you can see the bayou real clearly, you can see part of the lake, and you'll see around where you're at. It's just to get up and feel the wind and feel good. In the background over here we have the Dow Bayou Side outdoor classroom. It's our second Dow classroom at Wetland Watchers Park, and we are going to build some benches around the side there. And it's just another place where either company groups that are coming out here to do activities, school groups, families, it just gets them out of it a little bit just to go stand and look around. Some people just want to sit down and relax, and for the kids that come out here with school groups or scouts and all that, they can come do activities here, then go back down and go collect more leaves or whatever they're doing to come up and examine them. And just another great benefit. I think that's a huge asset for St. Charles Parish.
The park is maintained with help from the St. Charles Parish Recreation Department.
You can actually saltwater fish on our fishing jetty. You can catch redfish and trout, and you can walk through the nature trail, and now you can catch perch, sockeye, and bass, and also crab here. It's been a tremendous asset to our recreation department. It's a great tool for kids that think about dreaming and having a vision, and that dream through Milton Calm, incorporating the right stakeholders with his dream. Barry Gilliard through education, industry in St. Charles Parish, small businesses who made contributions, Martin's Nursery with the beautification efforts, and the men and women of Parks and Recreation Department who take tremendous amount of pride, affording our residents the opportunity to have several leisure recreational activities right here at this one spot: camping, picnicking, kayaking, piroguing, canoeing, fishing on the saltwater side, coming to the bayou, fishing on the freshwater side, learning about nature, and what do we have to do to preserve that, because it's here for the next generation, and what we do today makes the difference for tomorrow.
One of the many community partners who have supported the effort is Energy.
It's just been a thrill to be involved in the community here in all types of aspects, especially here at the Wetland Watchers Park. I got involved several years ago with Barry Gilliard in his classroom. Entergy had given several $5,000 grants for environmental work to Barry and his classroom and some of the things that they started out here. One of the things that I'd like to mention is the involvement of Waterford 3 in our nuclear plant here in St. Charles Parish. And that's where those two $25,000 grants came from, was from the nuclear side of our business. And we're really dedicated to being a safe plant, and we're one of the safest in the country, and we want to commit to the environment and to do more things that help the environment to grow and continue a clean environment. And that's why we're involved here at the Wetland Watchers Park. So, you know, as you look out here today and some of the things that Barry talked about, I mean, it's such a beautiful day today. When we came out, there's people fishing right there on the breakwater there in Lake Pontchartrain, and Barry mentioned the crabbing out here that goes on in La Branche Bayou. It's just an incredible area. Several different pavilions out here that have been built so that people can come out and with their families, and it's just a beautiful place, and we're thrilled to be here. Barry mentioned earlier about recreation and how hard they work to keep this place mowed and the garbage picked up. They just do a tremendous job, and you can see it when you come out here. You see the fruit of their effort.
There have been many community partners involved throughout the construction of the park. And through that community spirit, the Wetland Watchers are able to educate the public about preserving this important area.
Really pleased with the way, you know, all the Wetland Watchers Park has come out. We're you know, it's one thing to tout our natural resources and what we have here in St. Charles, but it's a completely different thing when you get a chance to actually do a combination of a restoration project with a recreational area, so folks can come out and actually see it and touch it, and, you know, go fishing and go crabbing and bring the kids out here and you know, bring their grandkids. And so this has been a lot of fun. It's very different for me. I'm used to building things that no one ever sees. You know, my stuff is usually only reachable by boat. So this is a lot of fun, especially on the weekends, to come out and see, you know, 100, 200 people out here just having a good time. The whole look at the park, we're real pleased with. I got to give credit to our designer, the architect John Campo. We basically went to him with a blank slate and said, John, we're going to build a park, but it can't be normal. It's got to actually fit in to the atmosphere, to the nature that we're trying to portray. John did a great job. The main pavilion and all of the pavilions reflect a tree design. His colors were well selected, in my opinion. Everything from the front gate to the main pavilion to even the canoe storage all fits in. It doesn't stick out like a sore thumb. It blends in with the nature we're trying to get people to appreciate.
Come fishing and crabbing, or just have a picnic. Bring your family out to the Wetland Watchers Park and spend the day and observe the beautiful wetlands we have here in St. Charles Parish.
Catch the entire episode right here on Channel 6, daily at 5 p.m. or watch anytime at scptoday.com.